My name's Trent, I'm from Dallas, and this is my story. So first off, had a great childhood. Parents worked real hard, made sure there was never drugs or alcohol around, and was raised in the church. I played football in high school and baseball, ran track. Went to Texas A&M University for a couple of years, and then about halfway through had to come home and was kind of heartbroken. Not really because of grades, but just because of bad decisions I was making. Anyway, fast forward a year or so, and I was introduced to red phosphorus or methamphetamines. And I remember from the first time I tried it, it really grabbed a hold of me severely. Pretty much quit thinking about school, quit thinking about anything productive, work, and basically in a 22-month period or 18-month period, I got arrested 23 times. Anyway, a year or two later, I found out I had a little girl. It's my daughter. Her name's Addison. When she was 3 months old, I found out she was born, and I cold turkey quit using. Everything went really well for about 12 years, and then me and her mother got in a divorce, and I started flirting with meth again, and in a 3-year period, basically, went from making 70, 80 grand a year to being homeless in Austin, Texas. It was terrible. I was stabbed twice. I was shot at. When things got bad in Austin, there was another homeless guy. The guy was about 6'4", close to 240, and me and him got into it over, I don't know, a girl or something other, and I got hit with a 2x4 or 2x6 14, 15 times in my face and head, and had a friend that laid a towel down, laid me on the ground, and I could feel my head pounding like my brain was swelling. I literally thought I was gonna die. After 20 or 30 minutes, someone called 911, and the ambulance come and took me to the hospital. And that was kind of the start of the realization of how bad I really needed help. I think in the hospital they weighed me and I was 138 pounds. Now I'm 230, 235, which I've always kind of been around this weight, but I didn't even realize when I was homeless how bad things gotten. Didn't realize that, you know, I couldn't concentrate, I couldn't think, I definitely couldn't work. But anyway, I guess they say when you hit rock bottom, you really hit rock bottom, and it took me almost being murdered before I had to come back to Dallas and find my place out here in East Texas at Wiseman Ministries. And at Wiseman, basically I learned how to get back on my feet. I had a lot of time to kind of think about the mistakes I made, the people I hurt, how I hurt myself and my family and kids. It was a bit of a challenge at first. I really wanted to leave. Being sober was hard. I hadn't been sober in 3 or 4 years. But I told my kids that I would go to rehab, and I stuck by it. Now I'm on almost on my 12th month, and everything's came back. Like I can think clearly about my future, about their future, about where I need to be, what I was doing wrong, and hopefully to never use again.
How old are your kids?
My kids are 14 years old and 16, a boy and a girl.
And are you on speaking terms with them?
Oh yeah, very much so. Speaking terms. As a matter of fact, like even though, I guess what I left out and part of my testimony was I was clean for 12 years from methamphetamines, so I was a really good dad until about 2020, and I don't know if it was the pandemic or just stress or just, I don't know, things just kind of went wrong. I relapsed that year, and over a 2 or 3 year period, things went from being a business owner and working all the time to literally not working at all. And but yes, definitely on speaking terms with the kids.
How were they affected with your...
Basically, my kids' lives were torn apart. I had them in schools in Grapevine their whole lives, and about 2 or 3 years ago, I had to take them to their grandparents in Kansas. So I had to uproot them from where they were used to being at, put them with their grandparents because I knew it was a better place, and they're still there, which I plan on moving up there the next couple of months once I get things figured out here.
How
How has your relationship with God changed throughout the program?
Well, we have a devotion every morning, and I actually took it serious. I've read the whole New Testament, and I'm halfway through the Old Testament now. I think I've grown a lot closer to God, and really, you know, when I first came in here, I couldn't even sit still like this and talk to someone, and I'd really prayed and asked for help to concentrate, to get my brain back to where it needed to be, to, I don't think it was something I saw day after day until about 6 months through the program, and people started telling me how I changed.
I would like to praise you a little bit.
Yeah, me
I
too.
seen you come in, bro.
Me too, bro.
From then to now, you have made a huge change, and it's incredible to see that.
Thank you.
And since I've been here, you made the biggest change out of it.
Yeah, that's what I heard a lot. I'm glad too, because I mean that was the whole reason I decided to come here. You
I
know,
was with you.
yeah.
And you know what I mean, dude.
My life went terribly wrong. I mean, I wasn't just homeless where I was jumping from shelter to shelter. I was on the streets. I was using meth as many times as I could a day, period. And if there is anyone that needed help the way I did, I definitely would recommend this place. I came here without a dollar to my name. I came here so underweight that you could count my ribs. And this place gave me a place to sleep, a place to eat. They made me think and focus and study, and got me the mental health that I needed, along with introducing God back into my life, which, you know, I've always been a Christian, but things can get so out of control so fast that you don't even understand or realize it. And if any of you guys need help, I would highly recommend Isaiah 58 Farms. There's a great family here, and I think one of the best things about this place is you can come to a facility where there's 100+ other men just like you that are going through the same issues, and you're not judged. You can relate with each other and build a brotherhood, and it's almost like a race to the end, you know, to take your year as a challenge and to realize that it's not about money, it's not about power. You know, you got to get yourself right before you can be in anyone's life and be a good husband or dad or friend or Christian in general. When I was homeless, I thought the state of mind that I was never going to not be homeless anymore. And now that I've regained not just respect for myself, but my weight back, my mental state back, my sobriety back, that I can go into public and feel like a normal part of society and go get the next job and the next step up and save up for a vehicle and get back into a house and, you know, endure a lot of the challenges that I had before, and now have a very good basis of structure of what to stand on and how to relate to other people. And I think it's kind of funny because I've always wanted to work in a rehab. I always thought that, you know, I could relate to these people and all, and now I have. I interned in a rehab for a year, and I can, not only did I help out here, but I helped myself out here. And if you would have seen a video of me 12 months ago today, you would have not recognized me. And thank God to this program as Isaiah 58 Farms, I've gained my sanity back. Thank you.